Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Autohrycfix. So today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be doing an oil change on my Honda CRV. It's a 2011, but as you guys know, oil changes are quite similar in all different types of vehicles. So at the same time, it's going to be showing you a little bit of basics of what a oil change is. First off, we're going to start with a few tools. Of course, on every make and model, there are different size of oil filters and sockets that you need. For the Honda CRV, you're going to need a 17mm socket, which is socket wrench right here. That's going to be for the drain plug. My favorite tool, the oil filter remover, which is for different makes and models. I'm gonna have my ratchet so that it fits right here. After that, you're gonna need oil. I have my Castrol Edge for high mileage. Always check which grade of oil you guys will need for your car. It's usually written, like I said in previous videos, on the oil filter, on the oil refiller cap. On this model, it's 020, so I got my 020 here. We will need a oil filter. I went to Honda and I got myself an oil filter with the washer. I'll leave the part number in description down below. We'll need some gloves, a pan to have the oil in, and yeah. So let's get under there and we'll start. Alright, but before we start draining the oil, a few things to check before dropping the oil. Tip number one, when doing oil change at home, you want to heat up the engine a little bit so that when the oil is draining, it's warm and it'll drain quicker and it'll drain more. Because once the oil is a little bit cold, it's a little bit thicker, it'll take a little bit longer to drain all the oil. Tip number two, what I usually do is I loosen the oil filter cap so that when you open the drain, it will flow out nicely and constant. Before we drop the oil, usually what I used to do in the garage is that I would also check, see, just like a visual inspection, make sure that nothing is leaking, so that if you do, the next time you can fix what needs to be done. Check the power steering fluid, make sure it's level. Brake fluid, make sure that it's level, it's not too low. If it is low, it might be an indication that you might need to verify your brakes. And if the power steering fluid is low, it might give you a little sign that maybe you have a leak somewhere, an internal leak in the rack and pinion, or holes might be leaking. So that's two good things to look at as well when you're doing an oil change. So go ahead and I'm going to open the fillet cap. As you guys can see, my cap says 020 for the oil grade that I need. On the Honda CRV 2011, it's a 2.4 liter engine, 4-cylinder. It usually takes about 4.5 liters of oil. This type of engine is in multiple vehicles and multiple years, so you guys can check on your car. It also comes in the Honda Crv and some Civics. In some years, the 2-liter engines are roughly about the same, and they use about the same amount of oil. Alright, so now we're going to get underneath. Alright, so here we are underneath the car. At the same time, when you're doing oil change, you can also check if there's not any oil leaks that are happening underneath, like your oil pan gasket. If there's any transmission oil in any areas that needs to be attended to afterwards. So on the 2.4 liter inline 4 on the Honda CRV, oil pan is right here, and it actually even says engine oil right there, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Another step is to locate where the oil filter is on different types of cars. It's situated in different areas. It might be on the side in the back. On the CRV, it's quite convenient. It's just right here. On some makes and models of cars, it's also even on the top. But again, you can always check that out on your owner's manual. So we're going to go ahead and remove the drain plug. Just loosen it a little bit. There we go. Remove the oil. And there you go. And we'll just let that oil drip out at the same time. Just loosen the oil filter and let it drip as well. There you go. And there we have it. So we'll let that drip for a bit, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to install the oil filter and change the washer on the drain plug. Alright, so it's been a minute. The oil has been all dripped out, and now we're going to be just replacing the drain plug washer. I take the washer off the drain plug, reinstall a new one, take our oil filter. Here is the oil filter part number, but again, like I said, I'll leave it in the description down below. Like I've taught you guys in previous videos, you never want to poke through just in case the plastic falls into the filter. You always want to open from the top. Again, we're going to take some oil, we're going to go around the seal here so that it doesn't get stuck to the engine. We're going to remove our other oil filter, nice and slowly. I'm gonna let that drain. Again, take some old oil on my finger, go around the seal like that. Make sure that there's no seal up there. Take your oil filter, just screw it back on. Plug. Clean everything up. Now, you can always go and look for the torque specifications for the oil filter and the drain plug. But when I was in the garage, what we used to do is just use the hand tighten oil filter. Give it a good snug, tight. Because you don't want to over torque it so you don't strip threads. And that's perfect. Same thing with the drain plug. You just want to tighten it up and give it a nice quarter turn. And you're done, because you don't want to over tighten that either. And then you have it. Oil is drained from the engine. Another thing is, afterwards we'll fill it up, and then I'll go inside and I'll show you guys how to reset the oil life on the dashboard. So first we can be careful, and we're gonna remove our tub. Alright guys, so there you have it. Here's another view, from a different view. You have your drain plug right here, and your oil filter that is right there. On different makes and models, the oil filter is placed in different areas. Like we saw in the other two videos, on the S2000, it was on the side of the block, on the passenger side. On the Civic, it was up higher, and it was underneath the intake. Basically, you just gotta look for the oil filter, and you'll be able to just replace it. On some makes and models, again, it's on the top, or directly on the block on some Subarus and some other Audis and different models. It's directly on the top in a plastic casing, but you can look on that online. But again, on the Honda CR-V, it is just right there. So we're gonna go back on up and we're gonna refill the oil. Alright guys, so we're gonna refill the oil into the engine. This is 5 liters. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put roughly about 4.5. The car is on blocks right now, so afterwards when I'm going to bring it down, let it run, and then verify the oil to make sure that everything is okay. Got my funnel, and here we go. Alright, so we added the oil. We're done with that. On the dipstick, there's 2 holes. Where you're going to want to be is on the top of the second hole here. Alright. While we're doing that, the same thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have windshield washer fluid, and we're going to verify the antifreeze liquid to make sure that we have enough in the system. Getting colder, so I'm going to make sure that I have minus 45 degrees so I'm good for winter, and so that it doesn't freeze in the reservoir over the winter. And I got my Honda antifreeze here, so I'm going to add some just to make sure it's at the proper level. Here it is. At the same time, when you're doing your oil change and adding antifreeze, making sure you have windshield washer fluid, you can always check your air filters if it's possible, if you're able to unscrew it or if it's clipped. I already checked it before. I know my filter is good, so we're good for winter. So now that the oil is in the block, what we're going to do is we're going to go inside the car and I will show you guys how to reset the oil life on the dashboard. Alright guys, so what you're going to want to do is turn the ignition on. You have your little dial here. You're going to push until it goes to oil life. See, I have still 70%. Usually you go down to 15% and the little key comes on and then it goes into the minuses. But I still have 70% left. I know I could have waited a lot longer to do my oil change, but the temperature is starting to get a little bit colder out there, so I want to do it before the winter. And so what you're going to do is you're going to hold the little button here on the side. The oil life is going to start to flash. There you go. Now you turn it so it goes to oil, where the oil life is going to flash like that. You're turning this little knob here on the side. Once it starts flashing, hold it. Everything is going to flash on its own. My service is A1, and then you hold it, and it's going to reset to 100%. There you have it. Oil life 100%. On different makes and models, there's different procedures, but for the Honda CR-V 2011, that would be 2007 till 2011. That's how you do it. Alright guys, so there you have it. we learned how to do the oil change on our 2011 Honda CRV. Again, it's pretty basic, and it's pretty similar to all oil changes that you can do on many makes and models, except for a little bit of difference like I showed you with the resetting of the oil life percentage. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And guys, thanks for coming, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, have a good one. Bye.